This chronograph is harder to buy than a Rolex, and it also looks like one as well. This is the Nivada Grenchen Chronoking. Now, to any of my enthusiasts out there who are obsessed with this hobby, then you'll probably already know about this model. But to anybody out there that's a newish collector, this actually might be a new watch to you. So Nivada Grenchen is a brand that has been brought back to life. It lay dormant. Obviously the quartz crisis killed a lot of brands, and I think this was one of the casualties of Seiko's innovations, unfortunately. And I've got to say, since Nivada's been brought back to life, they have been releasing some incredible watches, and I think this might just be one of the best ones. So this is the Nivada Grenchen Chronoking. It is based around an older Nivada Grenchen model. Obviously the older models are mechanical, they're manual wind because, well, when this was made originally, quartz movements didn't exist. So I do think it's rather comical actually that this watch now contains a mecha quartz movement that's made by Seiko, which is the reason why Nivada Grenchen went under, because of the quartz crisis, right? But because of that mecha quartz movement, it does mean that this is actually a really affordable watch in comparison with Nivada's catalogue anyway. Most of the Nivada Grenchen catalogue comes in at around $1,000, $2,000, where this watch is only $500. Now I believe this was limited edition to 1,000 pieces, which means there are plenty of them out there, but it is still hard to find. I actually managed to get this one for retail price from an AD in France. I visited France over the weekend, visited a watch shop, I saw that they had this in stock, and I was like, oh my god, that's been now sold out for like 6 months, and yeah, managed to pick it up. But let's just set the time to our everybody's favorite, at least everybody who makes watch reviews favorite, 10 past 10. There we go. Now, one big flaw with this watch is that the mecha quartz movement that Nivada Grenchen have used does feature a ghost date position. So when you pull out the crown one click, the movement doesn't hack, and basically you have that date wheel that you can move around inside. It's a little bit annoying, I don't like it. I like to think of a ghost date position as being sloppy watchmaking, probably a little bit harsh, but I always think that watchmakers should try and find a movement that doesn't have a ghost date position. Now that is a little bit harder when you're using a movement like a mecha quartz movement, because there's basically nobody making these except Seiko. So if you want the 3 subdial look, you pretty much have to go with the ghost date position, unless you're going to rework the inner mechanics, and that's just a very expensive thing to do and sort of defeats the whole purpose of actually using the affordable movement in the first place. But I think the main reason why people are really loving this watch is just the dial, the look, the overall aesthetic. I think Nivada Grenchen have nailed it. Now again, this is sort of a reissue of an older model, so you can find an older Nivada model that sort of looks almost identical to this, but I think people are in love with these golden subdials, the orange ring around the outer, the sort of yellowish hands and markers, then the black dial, white text, black bezel. I think they've just got a perfect combination of colours and vibes going on this watch to sort of make it a fun piece, but also serious too. Now this is the supplied leather strap. It's like a rally style, which I think matches the style of the watch quite well, right? With it being a sporty chronograph, it looks pretty good. In terms of the quality, it's actually nice, soft and supple. Decent quality leather strap actually. One of the better supplied straps that I've seen. Quick release spring bars, and I think it's a 20mm taper down to about 16. And we are getting a signed buckle as well. Nivada logo, and completely brushed. Now the finish into the case is a brushing on the case sides, a brushing on the upper lugs, and then there's sort of this polished edge running along the side of the case. Now the chronograph pushes are nice and big, they feel nice and tactile, and the Seiko mecha quartz movement obviously has that nice snappy feel like a mechanical chronograph. Fly back. Always looks great, always feels great. But I think the spec sheet is another reason why people are really enjoying this watch. 100 meters of water resistance, a top hat dome sapphire crystal, stainless steel case, mecha quartz. And there is the watch on my 6.5 inch wrist. Again, 37.5mm case. I think it's about a 48 lug to lug. The thickness I think is around 13. I mean, it's a perfectly proportioned chronograph, and this is a watch that I'd say will look good on wrists up to sort of 7 inches, 7.5 inches, because it does have a lot of presence because of the color and that nice long lug to lug. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure you drop it a like rating, subscribe for more watch reviews, and I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Bye for now.